and agreed to do this, and I'm just so thankful that we're able to have Marty here on the stage. Now he says, if I'm getting this right, and please correct me, that in 1970 you started racing, and then you met John Greenrose and racing at Cox's Park. Oh, neighbors. It's even better. It's a better connection. Is this going to be part of what you're talking about tonight? Oh, I will not get into much more detail then. Leave the storytelling to Marty, who is quite gifted at it, so we're going to let him take the stage here. So we're just looking for your attention here, folks. We're going to get started. All right, please welcome to the stage, Marty Burmeister.
And I need to blame John Greenrose for all of this. My addiction to wheels started out as neighbors, and we lived in a court that was split. He lived in the left court and I lived in the right court. And him and my dad somehow got together, and I ended up with a Honda Mini Trail, just like this one. And then John said, Jim, my dad, why don't you bring Marty to Cox's Park to the Woodsmen field meet? So Dad said, sure, we'll try it out. So we went down there, my little Honda Mini Trail. It's like the fat guy with the little coat. I was a big guy with a little bike. And they had three things. They had a time trial, they had an obstacle course, and a wheelie contest. And after the day was done, I came home with 3 of these. And this is one of the original ones. I've got all 3 of them still. And I thank John Greenrose for that, because that's how my addiction started. I found out that I love riding motorcycles, and I also love winning trophies. So as the years progressed, I moved on to a Mini Enduro, Yamaha Mini Enduro, then a Yamaha 90, and a Yamaha 100. That's in 70, 71, and 72. Then in 73, apparently John Greenrose believed in me, which I'm thankful for. And he put this on my back. And he said, I want you to ride for me. So we ended up riding the Pinton 175. And I kind of figured this was my breakout year because I won more races with that bike. And also he taught me discipline on that bike. We went to Linville, Indiana to a semi-pro race. And I'm in the pits working on my bike, prepping. And he comes up to me and he says, hey, he says, I need you ready and your bike ready. And I want you standing up there, lining up behind the 125s, because he said there's 14 states represented here, and there's 60 riders in your class. So he said they're going to be 3 rows deep, so I need you up there early. So I said, yes, sir, we'll get it done. So I went up there right after the 125s, and sure enough, after about 10 or 15 minutes, there's 3 rows of bikes behind me. So I thought, well, he knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's doing. So anyway, that day we had 3 20-minute motos, and I finished second, and second, and won overall with the lowest score on points. Probably my biggest achievement, and we went on that year to win the Kentucky State Championship, won a few other good races, just was really fast on that bike, and had a lot of confidence, and the discipline and the confidence together, I think, helped me become a good racer. We moved on into the 125 class in 74 because in 74, all the manufacturers decided the 125s is where all the production was going to go and all the hot setups. And it seemed like, well, this is a very competitive class, a lot more competitive than the 175s. So John says, we're going to ride the 125 class, but he said, I can sell all the Hondas and Yamahas I can get my hands on. He said, I need you riding something that's not a Honda or a Yamaha. So he put me on a Husky 125, Husqvarna. And the bike was fast, but the bike did not handle. And I rode this bike for, I think, 3 races. And I remember we were out Lake Elmo. Buddy Hammond's out there riding his track, his parents' track, and the bike just was getting really out of shape. The faster I got, the better lap times I had. The bike was just getting really out of shape. And I came over a jump, and the bike kind of went out on me, and I basically threw the bike so I wouldn't get hurt. So I picked myself up off the ground and picked the bike up, and I rolled it down the hill and pulled up to John, and I said, if you want me to win in races, I need to be on a Honda. And he goes, well, if you want to ride a Honda, I don't have any right now, and I've got a buddy in Terre Haute, Indiana, and he's got a couple of them, and if you want to ride a Honda, you're going to have to go get it yourself. Oh, okay. So, a trip with my brother-in-law and his sister's 72 Camaro, and a U-Haul trailer hits and straps on the lumber, pulling our host ball trailer, and it's on a Sunday, and the guy meets us. And this is in like downtown Terre Haute, real sketchy. We were inside for probably a half hour paying the guy and getting the bikes, and we come back out, the windows are all soaked up, and we're like, we need to get loaded up and get out of here. So we load up and we take off, get back home, race that bike through the 74 season, had one nice race at his track, and I was kind of a showboat, and he takes a picture of me crossing up doing a wheelie, and shows me the next week and said, you see this? I said, yes, sir. He goes, if you quit doing all that showboating, you might win a few more races. And me being a 16-year-old smart aleck said, well, I won that race today. Which I'm surprised I still had this on my back. And yes, this did used to fit me, though. I promise it did. When I was 18 years old, it'll fit my leg now. But the success ran through 75, up until 76. And we were riding a YZ 125 on the first model shocks, and we were running the semi-pro series. And a gentleman named Kevin Arnold, God rest his soul, became a semi-sponsored rider by a privateer, and he showed up to the track in a box truck with a practice bike and a race bike and a little shopping truck. And I'm thinking, wow, he came to the 100s, and I used to beat up on him all the time. Now we're riding these 125s, he's sponsored. And it's like, wow. And all I remember is it was towards the end of April of 76, and we're at Campbellsville, and I'm on the backside in a straight, and I'm riding as hard as I can, going as fast as I can, and all of a sudden I hear this ring, 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 and I look back, and here comes a green Kawasaki, and I knew it was Kevin. And he went past me, and I thought, maybe my bike's stuck in fourth or fifth gear because I can't go that fast. Totally amazed at how fast he was, and ended up realizing that, hey, you're not one of the best ones out there. You know, there's people that are a lot faster than you. And unfortunately, that ended up being my last race competitively, because unfortunately my dad at the age of 49 passed away at the end of April, and kind of took the wind out of my sails. But I'm thankful for John bringing me into the motorcycle world and bringing two wheels into my life, because if you can see down here, I've got bikes for sale, and I just bought a brand new bike to trail ride with, and I don't think it's ever going to come out of my blood. It's like once this stuff gets in your system, you just can't, it's like an addiction, and it's like a drug, but it's a good drug, a real good drug, because it's a great community of people. It can be a lot of fun, it can be a lot of hard work, but it can be also a heck of a lot of fun too. And I'm just thankful for Mitch and his wife for putting this place together and having a venue that we can come to and enjoy blah, blah, blah motorcycles. And I do want to remind everybody too, if you have a bike and you need a pipe, this is a one-stop shop. You can come in here and order your Jim Cole pipe, and you can stay at the bed and breakfast while it's being made, and you have to be there for 4 to 6 weeks. And then you can also visit the boutique and get your hair done, all the same place. So I mean, it's a one-stop shop. So anyway, and Mitch, you're welcome for the plug. Well, you got a great place, and we thank you for being here and letting us share this with you. But thanks, John Greenrose, for pretty much making my life incredible. Because without two wheels and being on a motorcycle, sometimes I think I might have felt like I might have been lost. So John Greenrose, thank you very much. I appreciate you, buddy.
Folks, can we give a really nice round of applause